One of you asked, why does it seem that some people manifest faster or slower than others? What makes the difference? If we're all doing the same processes or techniques, or similar processes and techniques and affirmations, what's the difference between that one that manifests what they want overnight, or immediately, or instantly, or just faster than me, who's been also affirming and doing the processes and the same techniques? Now, we've talked about this idea that it's never about the processes or techniques or affirmations or imaginal scenes, that it's not about time. Nothing happens in time. Nothing happens with the processes and techniques. It happens within your awareness. Your awareness of who you are and what your reality is creates your entire life experience. It doesn't happen in time, it happens in your awareness. It doesn't take time, it takes your awareness. And we've talked about that in many different videos. But I even want to go further today to say this, that nobody manifests faster or slower than you unless you create that reality and experience. It's your world. It's your reality. You create your own reality. There is no other. This is your reality. You can't know how fast or how slow anyone else is manifesting. You can't know another's reality. You can only know your experience of them in your reality. In other words, the experience you create and manifest of them in your reality. Remember, you're the center of reality or existence, or the one divine mind, the one conscious intelligent mind, what we call the universe or the universal mind. The field, the quantum field, or what the ancients called the Father. The one I am. You're the center. You're framing and forming your entire life experience, past, present, and future, by who you are aware of being, your own self-awareness. You create the versions of others in your reality. They create theirs, you create yours, but in your reality, you create the version of that point of consciousness with whom you interact with and experience. In other words, the experience you create and manifest of them in your reality is your reality. No one and nobody manifests faster or slower than you. Wow. Unless you say so. It's your reality, not theirs. Wow. Very powerful idea. So when you ask, how come they're manifesting faster than I am, as an example, you're not describing or asking about their reality. You're describing, creating, manifesting, and asking about your own reality. You create your own reality. There is no other rule, as said through the non-physical Seth that was channeled through Jane Roberts in the 1960s and 70s. They published those books, the Seth materials. That non-physical said, you create your own reality. There's no other rule. There's no other reality. It's you. You make the rules. You make your reality. And here's what nobody tells you. Nobody tells you this. You're describing, creating, and manifesting your experience of them in your reality. There is no other reality. It's all you. There isn't your reality over here and their reality over there that you somehow have to access, to, so you can measure and compare theirs against yours. There's no competition, there's no comparison, unless you create that idea. There's no over here, over there, or out there. There's just you, I am, here and now. The only reality you can ever know, experience, describe, or manifest is your own reality. No one manifests faster or slower than you. No one manifests more or less than you. You are source. You are your own reality. There is no other. I am is the only reality. And since I am is the only reality, where and when does I am exist? Here and now. You create it all. Your present is your point of power, as also said through Seth, that non-physical channeled through Jane Roberts in the 60s and 70s. Here and now, like Moses. In Scripture, Moses representing the physically focused, individualized, personalized, localized point of consciousness, or I am awareness of being, you. Answering God, the one great impersonal, holographic, non-local awareness, or the field, or all that is. What does Moses say to God? Here I am. Here and now. Wow. So the only thing that determines how fast or how slow you manifest and create your desired reality, and how fast or slow the so-called others manifest and create theirs, is your very own self-awareness. Your awareness of who you are and what your reality is. There is no other. There is no other reality. It's not others determining how fast or slow they manifest and create their desired realities relative to you. It's you. It's your reality. Do you hear this today? It's not about their beliefs, their affirmations, their processes, their techniques, their imagination, or even their awareness. There's no other. There's just you. It's your awareness of who you are and what your reality is that creates, manifests, and determines your entire life experience. This is big today. And you ask, well, why is that? Because the so-called others you call fast manifestors or slow manifestors are being known, defined, created, and experienced within your very own awareness of being. It's your reality. Well, then you ask, okay, Tom, then how can I create the experience of manifesting my desired reality and who I desire to be faster than the others? How do I manifest the change in me and my reality faster? Bigger change. How do I do that? Well, remember, I am awareness is all that is. Therefore, you are all that is. Having a personalized, individualized, localized experience in every moment of now. That's what manifesting and creating your own reality means. It's natural. It's your nature. It's your name, I am. It's innate. You don't have to learn how to manifest, shift, and create faster or slower, or even manifest and create anything, or shift. You're doing it in every moment, in every now moment anyway. It's always instant. It's always fast. Unless you create the experience of fast and slow and not being instant. It's always changing. You're always choosing a completely new perspective of who you are and what your reality is in every moment. Stay with me today. So here it is. The more aware you are of already being that person or version of you that you want to be, the greater the change in your perception of and as all that is. Or the I am awareness or consciousness or the one mind. You are that infinite I am. In other words, the more aware of yourself being that which you desire to be equals the faster you move in the less linear time it appears to take. The faster and more instant you perceive the new version of you in your reality. Wow. In other words, you put less space between frames of experiences by deciding I am that which I desire to be. This means the more space you put between who you are aware of being and who you desire to be aware of being. Do you see it? The less space you put between who you are, or who you decide you are, or who you're aware of being, and that which you desire to be aware of being, the more space you put between that, the slower it seems to change and the more time it seems to take. But the more aware of yourself as that which you desire to be, the faster you move, the less space between frames that seems to appear, the less linear time it appears to take, the faster and more instant you perceive that new version of you in your reality. This means the more space that you put between who you are aware of being and who you desire to be aware of being, in a space-time linear sense, the less aware you are of being that which you desire to be, the slower you move, the more linear time it appears to take. Wow. This is big. We've talked about this in other videos. You're the one putting space between frames of experiences. Nothing takes time, it takes awareness. And you're going to say, well, how do I become more aware? That's a decision. It's a choice, here and now. You can make concessions to processes and techniques and methods and affirmations. You can use them as permission slips to give you permission to be more aware of being that which you desire to be. You can make those concessions, but it's a decision here and now. The more aware of yourself as that which you desire to be, well, the faster you move, in other words. You're always here and now, but you create that idea of moving to that identity that you desire to be. The less linear time it appears to take. Remember, there is no time. It's all here and now. The faster and more instant you perceive that new version of yourself in your reality. This means that the more space, or slow to change, you put between who you are aware of being and who you desire to be aware of being, that means the less aware you are of being that which you desire to be. The slower you move, and the more linear time it appears to take. Wow. In other words, the experience of manifesting fast or slow, or things taking more or less time, fast change or slow change, or big change or small change, for you and the so-called others that appear in your reality, is directly related to your very own self-awareness, or awareness of who you are and what your reality is here and now. That awareness is source, it's I am, it's now. Those all mean the same thing. Awareness, source, I am, and now is the only reality. So it's not about how, it's about who. No one has more or less awareness. No one has more or less source. No one has more or less I amness, or now, or reality than you. It's here, it's all now, and it's all you. So the more aware you are of being that which you desire to be, the less space you put between frames of experiences, the faster you appear to move in linear time to that which you desire to be. But it's not about time. It's not about space. Everything's here and now. Moses answering, here I am. It's about choosing to be that which you desire to be, no matter what. That's why some people seem to manifest faster than others. That's what nobody tells you. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Tom Kearin channel and studios at Be Something Wonderful, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, check out the Be Something Wonderful channel. We just released a big video there. More coming on the Tom Kearin channel. We're back from our trip from Cusco, Peru. We have more content coming to you. And we also have a live event coming at the end of the month on the Be Something Wonderful membership channel. With great love, with great light and infinite gratitude, this is Tom Kearin on the Tom Kearin channel in the studios at Be Something Wonderful. Until next time, we'll see you soon.